my dear lovely people, it's Sonja here from Sunny Little Oriel Window. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you're all doing good and that you and your loved ones are all safe and healthy. Today I'm going to share with you a fun little project I quickly started and even quicker finished last week. I was just testing out making journal covers from different things, so not only bookmakers cardboard or bookbinders cardboard, but from packaging cardboard and stuff like that. So I made this cover from packaging cardboard. That is why it is a little bit more, not really flimsy, but yeah, it's like it shifts a little. So yeah, so I tested that out, did the cover and was just playing a little bit, and then I heard the news that a person who grew very dear to my heart, a very dear friend of mine, that she will move. She won't move out of the country, but she will move on the other side of the country, which is very sad. And then I got the idea, to make this special present for her. She just went through a very tough time, and she just needs a new start, a new beginning, and I can totally understand that, and that is why she moves. This journal it's whimsical and ethereal, just like her. So I was inspired by her persona, her character basically, to make this, because she has a very fine, soft-spoken, ethereal, whimsical, not only outside but also inside. She's got a very calm nature and a very feminine and lightweight vibe about her, and her aura is just fresh and clean, and she's just so elegant, and she's also very quick-witted. So she's very silent or very quiet, but when she speaks up, you will definitely listen. The homeroom will listen to her, because what she has to say is always something very deep and very quick-witted. So it's like the things she says or the humor she has, it always makes you gasp. Yeah, she's just a wonderful person all over. And that is why I made this journal, inspired by her, for her, that we can, we're a group of friends, and I talk to them, if, each could sign this book before I gift it to her, and yeah, so just make it a little bit more personal. So this journal represents spring, this new step in her life, and new beginnings, and taking new leaps. It's like the new season of her life, and new beginnings and fresh start. And that's why I thought it would be quite fitting to make, this ethereal spring vibe, new beginnings journal for her. So here you can see the cover. Yeah, as I already told you, I made this out of a cardboard box packaging, which I put some fabric on top with some pantinol. Then I put on some lace on the side and did a little collage with some scrapbooking paper, and put a belly band, which I embellished on top of it all. Put a little, journal card for her inside the belly band. So let's start with the flip through. And on the inside of the cover, I put some scrapbooking paper, to strengthen the spine and the covers. And I glued down some lace to frame it a little bit. And this is the way I made a pocket here, which I glued down, and I stitched around the pockets a little, did a little messy stitching in 2 times, and I put on some die cut lace and a label. And then I made 2 tags, and this was very fun, because this was actually the first journal I didn't make the ephemera for, but I chose the ephemera for this journal especially from the ephemera I already had made. So it was very nice to shop my own stash, and I found these tags would be very fitting for that. And here you can see journey, and this is just a little normal tag I did with an embellishment, and this is a Hermelinda tag, so you can flip it open and have some additional journal space, and I did a little collage, if you can call that. So a sticker here and a little sticker there, and from Tim Holtz word, and I did some stamping on there, just like so, on the other side, and friendship and family, and yeah, so I put them in there. And here I've got just a bunch of different papers throughout all the book. So these are some embossed pages, some Indian handmade papers. Here is a little cluster I made, put it on here on this page as a tag spot. So there are some 2 other tags, you know, she can write on. A lot of journal space. Oh, this actually goes this way. So I saw this on Roxy Creations channel, and this was one of her, I don't know which week exactly, but this was Roxy's weekly challenge. The things Rachel did there, Rachel from Roxy Creations did on her channel. And yeah, I tried that out from vintage music paper. And yeah, that's what I came up with. So this is a, I don't know how she exactly calls it, something like trifold envelope pocket kind of thing. So you can flip that out here, as you can see. And then you've got 2 pockets and also journaling space. And in this pockets I just have some, these are from die cuts with a view. I don't know if you can call them like ephemera pieces or die cuts, embellishment things. I, you know, just put loosely in there so she can use it to, you know, decorate and everything. Then she can journal on the paper here. I put on the music paper. And this is another little die cut from Die Cuts with a View. And this wonderful paper, this is again the Indian handmade paper, and this one is from Stamperia, the same as I used on the inside of the journal cover. Oh, and I actually have a little pocket on here as well. Let's see if I can put something to show you inside there. There you go. Whoops. Hello. There. We have a little pocket. And this is actually a flip up or flip down or flip out, or I found those as fake or faux envelopes on Gail Agostinelli's channel some months ago. So these were actually the first ephemera pieces I started to make on my own. And that's how that came together. And this is a journal card I made from a paper from Ideen mit Herz, scrapbook paper. I made a little label with some embellishments handmade from me and Tim Holtz words and just some stickers. And I put it on this page with washi, so then she can flip it out and have some additional journal space on here. This one is paper from Stamperia. Oh, and here comes my very favorite page of the book. So this is the front of the page. It's from Die Cuts with a View. And I teamed it up with a Stamperia page, and I love it when you flip it open. Then it just has this beautiful gold foiled other side, and it's a little embossed as well, and I just think it looks so pretty with the Stamperia paper with a tulip on here, and I think it just looks so regal. And yeah, that is one of my favorite parts of the book, basically, if not my favorite part of the book, of the journal. Yeah, so a lot of journal space. Here's a cluster I made and embellished with some this was a die cut, or I cut it out from Stamperia paper. This is again from Ideen mit Herz, the scrapbook paper, and another label I did and embellished and put some lace on, and yeah, just as a decoration. And then that's a journal card, and you can tuck it in here. Here I put a doily in there too. Some book pages and scrapbook paper. Another Stamperia paper. And this is a book page from England is a Garden. It's an all-time favorite book to use. And it's so pretty. Another one of these faux envelopes. And here's the other side of the page that I love. So this book has 2 signatures. I didn't count the pages and I don't have the exact measurements of it because I just, winged it. Okay, so this book has 2 signatures and the measurements of this book are, wait, I have the wrong side. Oh wait, how am I going to measure it? So it is about 8 3/4 inches long, and just let me have a quick, and about 6 and nearly 6.5 inches wide. It's just about, I don't really know how you call it. It's like 6 and then 1 2 3 4 5 lines on there. So it's, let me do it in centimeters. It's about 16 centimeters wide and 22.5 centimeters long. Those are odd measurements, but I I had to wing it a little bit since I cut it out from the cardboard packaging, and that's why they are a little weird measurements, but overall I made everything fit. Then we have another cluster I glued in here as another tuck spot with this is actually one of the very, very, very first tags I made. And I used some Ideen mit, or is it Ideen mit Herz? No, it's some scrapbook paper from a Euro store, and I did a little collage with stickers and a scrapbook paper and some leftover little bow embellishments I had from, I don't know, from the Euro store of years since I purchased them. And then one of the first sets of scrapbook paper I purchased from the internet had these lovely dried flowers as a part of it, and I just glued them on the tag, and I think that it's so beautiful and romantic, and I thought that this looks very, very lovely in here. And this, I'm sure there are a lot of, oh wait, I have to put it the other way around. So okay, so here we have the other side from another page of the handmade Indian paper and the Stamperia paper. I just love all embossed and gold foiled or foiled embossed papers. Here's another Hermelinda tag. I distressed to the max, but I think it looks actually quite beautiful, quite vintagey. And I stamped on it a lot and did a little collage with stickers and things. And this, I don't think I am the one coming up with that. I saw something similar, I think, on either Roxy's Creations or Gail Agostinelli's channel, and I got inspired by it because I have a lot of blank envelopes. So I glued 2 envelopes together. Yeah, 2 envelopes together. And I glued it on the page so that there is a tuck spot. As you can see, I collaged on that and stamped on it. And yeah, so that is one side of the envelope, of the fold-out envelope. And this is the other side of the fold-out envelope. I put some stickers on there and collaged. And then you can, how am I going to show you this the best way? So you can flip it out that way. And then you have the inside of the first envelope where I put just some motivational quotes, sweet quotes, and just as a little pick-me-up for her. And then you can flip it out this way, And there's the other envelope where I put just a very simple journal card in there. Come on. Oh. There you go. So yeah, that's a little bit of the, and as I had it in the beginning, you can just, you know, put it that, or yeah, so that is, I had a little play with it and I thought that it looked beautiful on that page, so I put it there. Here is another cluster I made and embellished it with some, I stamped some things on, for example, this butterfly onto craft paper, and then I just fussy cut it out. And that put as an embellishment on this cluster I made, and I created a tag spot with it, with a journal card which was in a paper pack from Die Cuts with a View, and I just cut it out of the paper pack and I just put it in here as a journal card. So that is the end of the first signature, and now we go on to the second signature. And here is another cluster I made as a tag spot with a little journal card, again from Die Cuts with a View. Some, oh no, this is also Die Cuts with a View paper, I think so. Where is Stamperia? No, it's Die Cuts with a View. All right. Another one of the faux envelopes. I just put some lace on and distressed it heavily so that it looks very vintage, and I thought that it blended in very nice with the background. Another page of England is a Garden, matching with the tones of this page from the book. I think it's called, let me think, something from the Wildflowers of England and Scotland, or the British Isles, Wildflowers of the British Isles, or something like that. This one is a book page from the something with countryside poems. Yeah, I think countryside poems. And I thought that this just looked beautiful, and, you know, spring, and oh, I just loved it there. So here's a belly band I made. It's a long cluster I made in one of my videos, actually. There are also embellishments, you know, just stamped on craft paper, fuzzy cut out, a little flower embellishment that I did, and I just put them on there and I use it as a belly band. And here's a journal card and a little card from the Die Cuts with a View which says Shine On, and I thought that they look very, very nice tucked in the belly band. Another doily, and here on this side I put on another faux envelope, and I put it on a little bit off center because I thought that the colors, you know, match very well, and otherwise it would be, you know, just too crammed on this half page, or the pages with the half measurements. So a lot of journaling space, and I think this looks really pretty as well. This one is scrapbook paper from Ideen mit Herz, and this one is from Stamperia, from the Stamperia pack, from the small one. That's the name I remember. It is, I think, La Vie en Rose. No, it's House of Flowers. House of Flowers, I think. And that is a cluster I embellished with some cutouts from a Stamperia pack, because I know that she has cats and that she likes cats, so that is why I embellished the cluster I made with that. And the cluster is, I created like a tuck spot with it, with another one of the Die Cuts with a View journal cards. This is the center of the second signature, with a page from England is a Garden. Here's another one of the faux envelopes, off-centered, put on this page. Doily. Here is another cluster I made, which I embellished with this little, where is this from? I don't know where I got this from. It was somewhere in a set. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was from Die Cuts with a View, but I'm not 100% sure. And I put a tag with some journaling space there. And this, now we're coming to the very last pages. This is another cluster I made and with which I created a tag spot with. And this is a little notebook I just made out of scrapbook paper and different papers, and I just sewn it. So yeah, that's a little notebook for there. With that, we already are at the end of the journal. So that is where I put my wax seal as well, with the date I finished this book and a little note for her. And I will also add a little personalized and heartfelt message for her somewhere on here. And that is where I thought where we could all, just sign as I did and yeah, leave a little message for her. And that is the journal. So, and not even 15 minutes later, I had to finish this book off completely because it was bothering me, and so I glued on some lace on the back to cover this spine and decorated a little bit, as well as this leaf trim, which I thought looked very lovely and spring-like. And then I also attached those book edges with some fiber tack glue. Yeah, then I pressed them on, and that is how I finished off this whole journal. Where's the journal card? Oh, there it is. So now it's all whole and put together and ready to be gifted to this precious human being in my life. So I was looking forward to share this with you all. I wish you all a love-filled and hopefully not that stressful day. Yeah, I'm sending out all the best wishes and warm hugs to you, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. Bye bye!